The reason we highlighted extroverted sensing for you is because 2 and 3, because they're next to each other, it's natural for you to do this extroverted sensing, introverted intuition, and you do it like almost like you mix it in very easily. Like I'm watching everything in front of me, and then I'm getting these like kind of intuitive guesses about what's happening right now, and that's very easy for you to do. However, it's also going to be, not saying you because we don't really have a lot of information on you, but a lot of ISFPs tend to then shut down the extroverted sensing because it's so easy to be introverted. And it's so easy to not do anything, because extroverted sensing, it takes a lot of doing things, going out in action, and actually experiencing. And so the reason it's a growth function is because it's telling you to expand your way of seeing the world, expand your perspective about how you perceive people, perceive things, and by vetting it through the world. So
like test it in real life. I see you're like cracking up laughing. Do you have any?
Because that's like wildly accurate. I don't know, because there, even just thinking about the fact that like I know leaving the house, going for walks are like really good for me. I feel energized that way, just like being able to absorb everything. But at the same time, I will be in my bed and just laying here all day, and I'm like, Ayana, you need to get up, but like my mind's just like reeling, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know. Like, it's like really bad. And then my friends have been asking me, like, because like if I do that too much, it gets to a point of overindulgence where I just I start to question, am I depressed? Like, is this depression? I don't know, like what's happening. And they'll ask, like, did you go for a walk? And I'll lie, like, yeah, I went for a walk. I did. Meanwhile, I was in my bed all day, just like laying here.
Yeah, you went for a walk.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but yeah, that's accurate.
So now you can see why extroverted sensing is a growth function for you, because it's like if you skip past the real life doing stuff or real life experiencing, then you just can literally be going with whatever feels right and just dreaming in your head or whatever, but not actually doing real stuff.
Yeah. So with extroverted sensing, because it really is like a sensation, like your body is experience. Yeah, when you're having those things like, oh, I thought about walking, but I just thought about it in my head. Listen to your body maybe and just go, does my body actually want to go for a walk? I don't feel like it, like, because FI is so like, I don't want to. I feel emotionally not into it. I'm not doing it. I can't turn off my introverted feeling. Don't let it turn off. So listen to your body a little. Listen to how it makes you feel. And when it's like feeling the energy, go grab it. And then one thing that's really good about extroverted sensing is it's vetting what's in your head. So we said, right, introverted feeling and introverted intuition, you're going to be like, this is how I feel. It's just a gut feeling, and I'm just going to follow that. And so this is what I think about this person, or this is what I think about that thing. So I'm not going to do it. But go out to extroverted sensing and actually check, will I really not enjoy it? Let me go and actually get into the experience, and then I can check if it's true.
Gosh,
so I don't know how many times I talk myself out of doing things all the time, just like in my mind.
Exactly. That's why. Yeah, that's a huge one for ISFPs. It's like sometimes it can get a little bit like overconfident about what it thinks will happen or what it thinks is going on.
Yeah, it's like, I just know.
Even though it hasn't tested anything. And so it's like, those friends, they don't like me, so I'm not going to, or like that, there's just something bad about that. And it just doesn't actually go out to actually like talk with the person directly or like check or,
It's funny that you say that because I am just a little bit. So on social media, I don't know when all of a sudden, well, it's only with certain people, but I don't know if you guys, I mean, you've seen a lot of the seasons, but for season 4, I really gravitated toward Bliss and Zach, and I followed them on social media, and they didn't follow me back, and immediately I was like, oh my God, they don't like me, like, and we were supposed to go out, me, Natalie, and Deeps with them to like have like a lunch or something, and I was like, I'm not gonna go, I know they don't like me, like, they haven't followed me back, and then Natalie was like, I gotta just come, like, you don't even know, and I was like, oh, okay, fine, and I went, and it went so well, and then they followed me right after, and then Natalie was like, I think they just don't follow people they haven't met, and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
okay,
that's such a good example.
Yeah. Basically, with extroverted sensing, what we're just trying to hopefully your takeaway from this is get into more experiences, because if you really go out there, you are going to have a wider perspective on how you view things, view the world, but also view yourself as a much more flexible and nuanced person. Like, I'm this kind of Ayana, but I'm also this Ayana, and I'm so much of the different Ayanas. So things like picking up a skill that you've been wanting to learn, and trying a new form of expression, is go for it. But like you've said, it's a challenge, right? Like, I can't be bothered to. So that's why we keep saying, go back to your introverted feeling, find that thing you're passionate about. And when you know you're passionate about it, like your podcast,
don't wait, just do it. Actually,
even when it comes down to this damn guitar that I've been staring at for months, that's when the guy was like, oh, you play guitar? I was like, no, not quite, but I've been meaning to get it fixed so I can eventually play guitar. I just don't want to do it because I feel like I'm going to suck at it, and then like whatever. Anyways, but I do know that there's like creative ways that I need to start expressing myself, because I used to do it a lot when I was a kid, and I used to love it. I used to feel a lot more just like affirmed, and as I got older, like all that stuff kind of went away, because I was taught that, like, you know, you don't make money that way, like you don't do those things, like do stuff that makes sense.
Once you get older, you get a lot of affirmations to be told to do more of your introverted intuition, in like, think about the future. So you're like, okay, I will think about the future. And sometimes the message is like, don't do the extroverted sensing thing. Don't explore stuff. Don't do that thing that you found useful for you. So give yourself permission, basically, to go back to that. That's okay.
I just want to say that this is ridiculously affirming, because these are very, very, very new concepts that I've been kind of pushing myself into within the last, probably since my divorce, but mostly now that I'm able to focus within the last couple of months. For example, there's a New York Fashion Week thing that someone that I know somewhat well, but I don't know extremely well, but in my mind, I'm like, I don't think we'll vibe, so I feel like I shouldn't go. But at the same time, it's New York Fashion Week, and I know it'd be a great experience, or even like it'll push me out of my comfort zone. And I was gonna say no, and then I was like, I gotta just say yes, because once you say yes, you have to commit to it. So I just when I said yes this morning, and I was like, just do it.
Nice.
So, yes. Wow, you guys have me getting excited about trying new things.
That's awesome.